Hi Gemini, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. I really do apologise, the last reading was taken down. There were terrible sound problems on that. What it is, I record on a program called Mavavi, and that particular program, I spent a lot of money on Mavavi for because I work from about 3 to 4 computers. I have a home office and, well, a section of my living room I call a home office, and I work from a multitude of screens. That's how the business has to be run, because there's a lot of readings to do, and whilst things are uploading in one place, things are being recorded in the other, and blah 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 blah. However, on all of the computers I tried recording Gemini several times with the same reading, and it was just terrible. So I finally recorded it, uploaded it, and when I listened, because I always listen back to readings to see, well, what have you missed there, how does that appear, maybe you could have said something different there. That's the way that I work as a reader, and the reading was fucked. Basically, it was just terrible. Now, that reading's been taken down. I'm doing a fresh reading for you guys, and some of you guys will say, well, why don't you use the same cards that you used before? I don't, to be honest with you, the reading's been deleted and it's been taken down, so I don't necessarily remember what those cards were. So we're going to do a fresh reading here for the how does he or she feel about you reading. And I'm sorry for those of you who saw the video and wanted to comment on the previous one, and maybe this will show something up different. I don't know, maybe I'm going to get a load of back shit on it. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. The other thing to mention, Gemini, for those of you, if anybody comes to the reading and they want to comment about reversals, get stuffed. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound rude on that, but I'm sick to death of having people commenting and saying, oh wow, the cards are reversals, turn it up right. Reversals are not bad. They're not bad. All their reversals will show is either that a situation needs to be developed. A situation might be in the very early stages with a reverse card. Reverse cards are not bad. They really aren't bad at all. You've got to read the reading in context. I had somebody make a comment on one of my videos this morning that really, really upset me. It's like, oh, I've been to her readings, are always negative. It's like, they're not fucking negative. They're negative to you because you want someone to tell you hearts and flowers. And if you weren't bothered, then why are you bothering to comment on my videos? Why are you bothering to take the time out and bitch about stuff if you're really not bothered? There's something within you that this is hitting. There's something within you that this is frightening you to a certain degree. So if you're really not bothered, you don't need to comment. I don't mind people commenting, but I'm sick of people moaning about reversals. Reversals are reversals. They are what they are. I use them in my readings because they add tone, light, shade and depth, and they really get into the nuance of stuff. It doesn't mean that just because things might not look great in a reading that things can't work out in a relationship. That's not the point. It just means you've got a lot of areas that you need to sort. I just wanted to get those few things out there because I'm getting a bit tired of people moaning about this, that and the other. They are what they are. I read how I read, and if you don't like it, then there are other channels that I suppose that will provide you with whatever you're looking for. There's a lot of very nice, very good tarot readers on YouTube. Go check them out. Okay, so what for this reading we're using the Witch's Tarot. Sorry, I know it's 3 minutes of a rant. Sorry. Witch's Tarot. We're using angel answers for your advice, and this is the clarifiers. There's 10 areas, guys, in this reading. Pardon me, I've got my green tea that I'm drinking at the moment, so I'll always move the the microphone away from my mouth as I sup my drink. Okay, so we're going to move these cards out of the way because we're going to use these ones here later. And yeah, let's start shuffling. Universe Spirit, I want you to close your eyes, Gemini, and focus on the person. Focus on who the individual is. Focus on the individual. So, Universe Spirit, how does this person feel for Gemini? How does this person feel for Gemini? How does this person feel for Gemini that Gemini is thinking of? Show me how this person feels for Gemini. Show me who the person is in card number 1. Card number 2, what are this person's flaws? Attribute strengths. In card number 3, what are their weaknesses? Card number 4. How does this person see and feel for Gemini? Card number 5, how does Gemini feel and see and feel for this person? Card number 6, what are the strengths in this relationship? Card number 7, what are the weaknesses? Card number 8, what is the potential for a healthy relationship between Gemini and this person? Card number 9, what is the overall analysis of this relationship? And card number 10, what are the roadblocks affecting the health of this relationship? Show me. Alright, so we shuffle the cards now. I'm going to split the deck into 3, Gemini. I'm going to collect this back up like so. And what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the cards around this way because you've got to see everything upright or the way it was shuffled, and I see it through a monitor that I'm looking at. The other thing to say, I'm using Movie Maker. I hate using Movie Maker to record because the pictures aren't always clear. I think the pictures are a bit crap, so I'm sorry about that. I would have used my big camera as I've used for the other readings, but it just takes too long to convert the videos and upload them. So, and this is quicker. So just for the time, you know, because I don't really have the time to be spending cutting and editing. I've got a lot of work on at the minute to do. So, okay, so this is who the person is. This is their strengths. This is their flaws. This is how they see and feel about you. This is how you see and feel about them. This card here is the strengths in your relationship. This is the weakness, and this is the potential for a healthy relationship here. I'm seeing that these are probably all reversals so far. Sorry. This is the final analysis of your relationship, and this is the overall. This is the obstacles you having a healthy relationship. So I am seeing that a lot of these are actually reversed so far, okay? Don't be mad, it's just the way it is, okay? Who is this person? Reversals aren't always bad. Who is this person? Well, it's good. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Now, the Ten of Swords in the reverse, there's two ways you can look at that card. You can look at it as somebody who is releasing hurt, pain. They're releasing sadness. They're letting go. They're letting bygones be bygones. Ten of Swords in reverse. Or this person delays. Ten of Swords reverse shows somebody who is delaying the inevitable. So this could be somebody who's delaying breaking up with you, or somebody who's delaying an ending with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. One of the two. What are their attributes? Wow. Death in the reverse. That's an attribute. That's interesting. Death in the reverse says you don't let go. It says that you don't close the door. I think that their attributes are forgiveness. I know it sounds weird to put that with death in the reverse, but if you think about death in the reverse as and I think that it's not just forgiveness with this person. I feel that this person, as an attribute, their strengths with the death in the reverse is they never fully close the door on anything, because death in the upright is when you close the door on things. Death in the upright is where you end one phase, you pass into another, you close the door. It's the new cycle card. But in the reverse, this is all about resurrection. So if a client were to come to me and say, is blah blah going to come back to me, and I said, okay, I'll pull one card and see, and I've got death in the reverse, it's more than likely, yeah, it's called resurrection. It's like judgment, renewal, resurrection, star. Those cards that show people coming back from the dead, you know. Death in the reverse is their attribute, their strength. Perhaps and we have to look at it as being a strength. So how would you read death in the reverse as a strength? Well, I would read it as somebody who has the ability to forgive. Somebody who never fully closes the door. I would sense with this card, this is about somebody who's the ever-eternal optimist with death in the reverse. I think this person might be the ever-eternal optimist. They look like they're quite hopeful. What's their flaws? Okay, this is suggesting to me somebody can't move on. Look at that. Therefore, the Ten of Swords in the reverse is not bygones be bygones. This is somebody's delaying. Somebody around you is they've not given up. They've not given up, Gemini. They've not given up. Do you see what I mean when I talk about reversals now? You can't read reversals as, you know, people will come and say, oh, you're using reversals again, they're all reversed, blah, blah. But it's like, stop being so stupid. If you knew how tarot works, you would know that reversals are not all bad. They're not. You read them in the context of what the surrounding cards are and how it fits in with the whole reading. I can clearly see, not unless this is some psychopath, I can clearly see in this area here this person hasn't let go. We've got death reversed, i.e. doesn't let go. Ten of Swords reversed, i.e. is delaying the inevitable breakup of a situation. Six of Swords in the reverse, hasn't let go. All these cards are suggesting somebody around you has not moved on and not let go. This person is the ever-eternal optimist. This is why their flaws are that they never give up. They can never let go. They've not moved on. Six of Swords in the reverse. Six of Swords in the reverse also could mean that this person's not seeing things clearly. And as a Ten of Swords in the reverse, I can't read that now as this person letting go because of the other cards aren't suggesting it. It must be there's a person, they are delaying an inevitable situation occurring. How do they see you and how do they feel about you? Well, they see you as the Chariot in the reverse. They see you as somebody who's not moving forward. Maybe the cards are all stacked in your favour, Gemini. It looks that way to me. Because they see you as the Chariot in the reverse. Chariot in the reverse is a car crash. Chariot in the reverse is where there are delays and there's stagnancy and you don't move. There's no movement, there's no progress. They see you as somebody who's not making progress, who's not moving forward, and they also feel the Chariot for you. So they feel they can't move forward with you, which is interesting, which is why this is interesting as to why that they come up like this, because they don't feel that they can move forward with you. Chariot in the reverse. How do you see them and how do you feel about them? Oh, you see them as a bit of a con artist, don't you? Magician in the reverse is a con artist, liar, illusionist, somebody who's not honest, somebody who creates a smokescreen. This could be a pretty dangerous person sometimes. And you feel the magician in the reverse. You don't feel very energized by this person. You don't feel very confident to start anything with this person. In other words, I just don't think you trust this person here. And this person doesn't feel, they see you as drawn back, so they're drawing back from you. But it's because you hold the cards, I think, in this situation. I think this person does like you, Gemini. I think that they are the ever-eternal optimist with the death in the reverse, showing as their attribute. They don't give up. Death in the upright can also be a card that says, well, we give up. We close the door and we say, well, that's done. That's finished. But in the reverse, it's, well, I'm not letting go of this. I still believe in it. I'm still leaving the door open. This is why I feel that their strengths are to be optimistic, even in the poorest of situations. But their flaws are, they're probably not seeing things clearly. That's why they're like this, because they don't see things clearly. And as a person, it might be with the Ten of Swords in the reverse that this person, Gemini, actually cannot let go. They're delaying the inevitable. They really are delaying the inevitable as an individual, because they see you as the Chariot in the reverse. You look like you're very reticent. They see you as a very reticent individual. They almost see you as somebody who doesn't want to pursue the situation. They don't feel like they can pursue it with you with the Chariot in the reverse. And that's because you see them as the magician. You don't trust them. You see them a con artist, liar, deceiver, perhaps with the magician, speaks a load of bullshit. And you feel the magician, and because of that, you feel the magician for them. You feel kind of like, well, I don't want to start anything with you. I don't want to do anything with you. And yet this person, it's interesting. That's why I love these readings. They're very nuanced. Very nuanced. I love the way that they get into the intricacy of who a human being is. What is the strength in this relationship? The karma in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse means not facing up to the truth. Wrong judgment. Error of judgment is judgment in the reverse. Your strength in the reverse is not to start anything in the first place or not to renew anything. Sounds weird, but that is going to be your strength. Sometimes the card speaks to us on these readings, as in, don't do this because it will be better for you. I think judgment in the reverse is really saying, because this karma in the reverse is judgment in the reverse, it's really saying that this is your strength. It's not the strength in not facing up to the truth. The truth that you face up to with the karma card in the reverse is, actually, I'm not going to contact this person. I'm not going to renew the relationship. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to go anywhere near this person. I think that your strengths are really in severance or separation from this person, because the weakness in this relationship is the Page of Cups in the reverse. I think that this person is emotionally detached with the Page of Cups in the reverse. And also this might be you, Gemini. You might be feeling a little bit emotionally unavailable or emotionally, distant with this Page of Cups. Page of Cups also shows rejection, so the weakness might be something to do with rejection or feeling rejected with that Page of Cups in the reverse. But also somebody tends to hold back feeling-wise with the Page of Cups in the reverse. You might be dealing with somebody who's overly immature with that Page of Cups in the reverse. What's the potential for a healthy relationship with this person? No. Ten of Coins in the reverse. So there's no potential for a healthy relationship. It's unstable. It doesn't have the potential for longevity. There are holes in this relationship. I think that Ten of Coins in the reverse talks about arguments as well and disruptions in long-term relationships. Ten of Coins in the reverse also talks about unstable finances within a relationship, money problems, that type of thing. So I don't think that this is a stable enough foundation to build a relationship on with this person. What is the overall analysis of your relationship? Well, the Temperance energy. You could come to some form of an agreement with this person. There could be a compromise. Temperance card means to compromise, and it means to come to some form of an agreement. When you get the Temperance card, it means the ability to work through one's issues and to find balance and harmony. So the overall analysis is, it could be that within all of this that the relationship becomes balanced, or it could be that because this is the overall analysis outcome, it could be that you reach some form of plateau or some form of balance or agreement. What is the obstacles to you guys having a healthy relationship with this person, Gemini? The Eight of Wands is the obstacles. I think there's a lot of space. I think that when we look, because the roadblocks are the Eight, it's not reversed either, it's in the upright. The roadblocks are the Eight of Wands. I don't want to say communication, it's a classic word to say, but I never use the standard run of words in my readings. Never do. I always look beyond that. I think that the obstacles are that reminds me, when I look at the card, when you do tarot, look at the cards. What does the card say to you? Never just go with the general meaning. You can go with general meanings. You need to be grounded in the general meanings in the tarot. But at the end of the day, you need, as a tarot reader, to say, well, how does that affect me? When I look at that card, what jumps out? Because it's usually what jumps out at you is the right thing. For me, what jumps out at me is the word speed. And with speed comes fleetingness. So when you see a car speeding down the road, it speed, so it's here 1 minute and it's gone the next. And I think the obstacles are that something in this relationship is very fleeting. It doesn't seem to stick around for very long with that Eight of Wands. Okay, because this is the obstacle, is the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I feel that there's a lack of groundedness. And if you think about wands and sword energy in the tarot, it's the least connected to the earth, so it doesn't stay around for very long. It's very fleeting, like a thought you can hold for a moment and it's gone. There's something here that's very fleeting about this relationship. Oh, let me just get a little drink. Let's have a look at the clarifiers that we're using through the small Handsome Roberts deck. So let's have a look. So why is this person the Ten of Swords in the reverse? Why is this person the Ten of Swords in the reverse that Gemini is thinking about? Why are they Ten of Swords reversed? Right, the Knight of Swords. So that's usually drama or arguments. And it's funny, Gemini, this is you. Because Gemini is a Knight of Swords card, so this could be you. Well, they're pursuing. No, it's not you. This Knight of Swords, when you get Knight of Swords in the love reading, this can also mean to be in pursuit of advancement in a relationship. So you're trying to move something to the next level. I think that they're not giving up with this Ten of Swords in the reverse. One of the means with the Ten of Swords in the reverse means not to give up. It means that you're delaying an ending. And I think that they're in pursuit of something new with you. The Ace of Rods suggests new relationship. It suggests they're two quick cards, because this can be, you know, Knight of Swords can be a very overly sexualized character within the tarot as well, and the Ace of Rods is all about the penis, and it's all about sex and sexual energy. So there is the pursuit perhaps of something sexual here, but I think in the main this person is in pursuit with that Knight of Swords of possibly some new energy concerning this relationship, which is why I think that this person showing as the Ten of Swords in the reverse, they don't tend to give up. I think that let's have a look at why they are showing as their attributes. Their strengths are the Death in the reverse or attributes. Why is this person's attributes Death in the reverse? Why is this person's attributes Death in the reverse? Show me. The Nine of Wands shows up here. Okay, the Lovers. Okay, I don't think they're cautious about the Lovers. I think that they are energized by this relationship. The Nine of Wands, when that shows up in a reading, that can often show, the Nine of Wands means many things. It can mean that you're overly guarded. It can mean that you're overly suspicious. It can mean that you are very hurt. Nine of Wands in a reading can mean that you're on edge. And I think that this person is on edge concerning this relationship. Okay, when you get the Nine of Rods, you're very close to something. Remember, it's wand energy, it's fire energy, it's hot energy. So when you get the Nine of Rods, think about somebody who's jumping barefoot on coals. That's kind of like what your Nine of Rods is. So the Nine of Rods means I feel on edge. I feel really kind of agitated, really nervous, really, I don't feel safe enough. And I think that this person, their attributes are this Death in the reverse, and this is to see the positive side of things. I think their attributes are they don't close, they don't give up. Again, I keep getting somebody who's not giving up. Ten of Swords in the reverse, Death in the reverse. This person's not giving up, and I think it's because with the Nine of Rods they're waiting for something, because Nine of Rods can also be waiting. But when you wait with the Nine of Rods, you're waiting with a sense of anticipation with this card. So they're waiting. They've got expectations as well, because Nine of Rods also means to expect. If you get the Nine of Rods looking towards, you know, I don't know. If you get the Nine of Rods, looking towards, say, a pentacle card or a person, you're waiting for that person. Trust me on that one, because I've seen it several times. Several times this combination has shown up. It will tell you what's coming in. So if I got that 9 of rods looking towards the 10 of rods, it might be telling me that there are burdens coming in, and they're coming in real soon. There's nothing in front of that 9 of rods face though. So I feel that this is like just being in anticipation of the lovers. Some of you guys are really kind of, I think that this person's very agitated, they're very on edge, they're very kind of like, well, what's going to happen in this relationship? I think that they're very fired up with this 9 of rods about their feelings about this union with you. Because the lovers is also a Gemini card, so this could be you as well as Gemini. I think that they're very fired up about Gemini, the lovers. They're very fired up about the union with you. They're very kind of on edge. They definitely want it because they are showing us that they've not given up. They've not given up here and here. And I think they're in pursuit of something new with you. They're in pursuit of pleasure. They might be in pursuit of sex. They're in pursuit of, you know, this thing. They're in pursuit of something blossoming, starting up again. I see this person as not giving up concerning you, Gemini. But their weakness is the 6 of Swords in the reverse. And let's have a look at why this person's weakness is the 6 of Swords in the reverse. Why is this person's weakness the 6 of Swords in the reverse? Strength. Oh, Page of Pentacles. Okay. Now I look at the 6 of Swords in the reverse as a weakness. I would say that their weakness is, it's not that they, I mean, the 6 of Swords isn't in the upright suggesting somebody's moved on. When you get 6 of Swords in the upright, somebody's foot is already out the bloody door. But the 6 of Swords in the reverse can also represent a lack of clarity. And I think that there is a lack of clarity here. Their weakness is that they seem to want something in these two areas, but as soon as they get it, they don't want it. That's what I'm getting here. Because the weakness is the 6 of Swords in the reverse, so they don't move forward. They seem to delay action or delay a certain behaviour that they should be doing based on these cards, because they're not giving up and they're in pursuit of Gemini. But as soon as they get Gemini, they do this. They seem to, you know, move backwards. 6 of Swords in the reverse. They seem to move backwards. It's almost like they get this mental blockage saying, I don't know what I want, because the clarifiers are strength, and strength means sometimes to hold back on one's desire. Possibly they're holding back on desires to invest in this relationship with the Page of Pentacles, or maybe you're the one that's proposing something to this individual and they need to, you know, time to hold back and to really think about it. Is this what I want? But I think this person holds back on their desire to propose something maybe as well. Page of Pentacles can be a proposal card. When you get Pentacles and they're offering you things, it's literally, can you come out on a date? Can you do this? Do you want to do this tonight? It's literally a firm offer. So it's almost like they hold back on their desires either to make a firm offer, to really try and invest in this relationship, or maybe it's the offer from you that they hold back on here. But their problem is they face a mental blockage. They have their weakness is mental blockage when it comes to literally grounding this relationship with Gemini, because they're very much into whatever it is. It might be the sexual element of the relationship, and I think that they're very much. It almost feels like to me this person gets really excited about this situation with you, Gemini. But when it comes to the real deal, when it comes to having to literally say, okay, let's do this, let's really do this, they kind of draw back and they go, nah. Do you know what I mean? They'd kind of go, nah, I don't know whether it's what I want. They've got all of the, it looks to me like they're all mouth and no action. That's how it looks like to me with this individual. Oopsie daisy. Let's have a look at why they see you as the Chariot reversed. Why does this person see Gemini as being the Chariot reversed? Why does this person see Gemini as being the Chariot reversed? Show me. Well, the Four of Cups shows unhappiness, boredom. 6 of Rods. Well, I think it's a way to overcome, because when you get cards like stationary cards like the Four of Cups and you get an active card like the 6 of Rods, often it can show that the situation is decreasing now. Somebody's leaving that situation, and I feel here, this is how I read tarot, because whenever I see something like a stationary card and then I see a card that moves like a 6 of Rods, I see that somebody's coming out of this. They're leaving this behind. Can you see how it's turning its back on that? So I feel that they see you as somebody who doesn't want to move forward in this situation anymore, because I think they see you as the 6 of Wands. You've come out of this stage. You've turned your back on this. You offered love to this individual who didn't want it. So this is a card of rejection. Four of Cups represents somebody's rejection. I think it's because you've overcome rejection. They see you as overcoming your rejection. You've overcome their rejection of you. And I think the rejection shows here in their flaws. The fact that they seem to be holding back on their desire to build this relationship. Page of Pentacles can also show buildable energy. It's a card that says, right, it's a new venture, let's start working with it, investing in it and building it. But this person holds back on their desire to do that, and that's why their flaws are the Six of Swords in the reverse. They suddenly get this terrible headache whenever it's about, let's build on this relationship. They'll suddenly make up an excuse. I can't do it, or, it's not the best time, I've got to look after my cat. Whatever it is. And you've become tired. They see you as kind of just becoming really tired of the situation. Because they've been rejected by you. I mean, you've been rejected by them. And you've overcome this rejection with the Six of Rods. Alright, you've held your head up high and you've said, you know what, actually, this person keeps turning me down. Every time we get to this place where we want to try and build the relationship, despite all of what they've been giving to me, suddenly we want to start building it and suddenly it's a no-go, which is really, really weird. And they feel that way about you as well. So they feel that they can't move forward with you either. They feel that they need to put the brakes on concerning you, Gemini. Okay, because I feel that this area here, they've overcome this by doing this. They've overcome this by doing this. So their boredom in this relationship, they seem to have overcome. Or they seem to have moved out of that. Or they're deciding that they don't want to have to. It's almost like they turn their back. They're this person here. You are both this and this. You don't move forward too much with them because they rejected you and you're overcoming this by doing other things. And they feel that they don't want to move forward with you now because they know with these Four of Cups that they can't give you what they want. And they want to pursue perhaps with the Six of Rods other things. Why does Gemini see this person as the Magician in the reverse and feel about them the Magician in the reverse? Why does Gemini see this person as the Magician in the reverse and see them as the Magician in the reverse? Show me. But Ace of Coins, which is the start of a commitment. Wow, and you've got the Ace of Cups. Well, I think that you see them as a bit of a liar and a fraud because of their openness, I feel, to commitment. Because the Ace of Coins is all about the start of something solid in a relationship. And the Ace of Cups is all about new love. So this is all about the start of a commitment in terms of a new relationship. And I think that you think that they're bullshitting. And I think it's because they've told you shit here. These are the two positive aspects that are showing for them here. They're not giving up. They're looking for this. We've got aces all over this reading. This is the start of something incredible. But the problem is this person's not taking advantage of it. They tell you all of this shit. They say, as a person, Ten of Swords reverse, I'm not giving up on you because I want to pursue this with you. They might not be giving up because I just want to pursue kind of, sex, pleasure. Ace of Rods is sex and pleasure. But it's also new beginnings. And their strength is death in the reverse. They don't give up easily. Not when they feel that they're so close to love. Nine of Rods can mean I'm so close to it. Not when they feel they're on the precipice of the greatest relationship that they've ever had. But their flaws are, when it comes to it, they don't do anything. Six of Wands, Swords in the reverse. Because they hold back on the desire. And they do have a desire to actually start building this relationship. Proposing to build it. They see you as somebody who is not moving forward anymore. Because you're done. You're over them doing this. And they don't feel that they can move forward. Because they're done with this. And they want to do this. But you see them as a bullshitter. They probably made you a promise because the Ace of Coins can be a firm offer and this is love. So somebody could make you a firm offer with the Ace of Coins of love. So I think that you see them as a liar because I think that they did make promises to you. I think that they did make promises to you and I think they didn't keep it. And I think that you feel the Magician in the reverse for this individual. So you don't feel geared up, you don't feel excited, you don't feel motivated by this individual. Magician reverse represents lack of motivation, lack of confidence, lack of willpower. So there's a great deal of lack you feel concerning this person. I think it's because this person presented some form of a promise to you. I think they made you a promise of love and they didn't keep it. It doesn't show reverse, but it's showing why you don't feel that way about them. Why is the strength in the relationship karma in the reverse? Why is strength in the relationship karma in the reverse for Gemini and this individual? Right, you got Ten of Swords that flicked out there. Oh, yeah, and the Queen of Swords. No, I mean, it is best that you don't do anything. It is best that you don't renew this relationship with this person, Gemini. It is best that you don't. Karma reverse says no renewal. It is best that you don't renew this situation. It is best that you probably don't even bother speaking to this individual either. Okay, because the Ten of Swords it can represent betrayal, but it represents an ending. So through this ending, if this person you feel has betrayed you through this betrayal, you're going to need to cut this person out. 2 sword cards, and they're not nice. Queen of Swords means to cut people out. Could be because you've been betrayed. 10 of Swords, you're going to need to cut this individual out. Okay, with the Queen of Swords. And I think this is your energy rather than them. You need to cut this individual out. Okay. It could also be that there's been a lot of pain with the 10 of Swords. And because of all of that pain, you need to cut this individual out with the Queen of Swords. Your strength is not going back to this individual. Page of Cups is the weakness in this relationship, and it's reversed. Why is Page of Cups the weakness in this relationship reversed? Wheel of Fortune. King of Swords. See, Wheel of Fortune deals with fate and destiny. I think the weakness is, it's funny all these sword cards showing up. I mean, I think that your destiny with the Wheel of Fortune is with somebody else. And I think that the weakness in this relationship is non-receptivity to love. That's what the problem is. There's a non-receptivity to building a dream together, I feel, with this Page of Cups in the reverse. And I think it's because you're destined probably to be... I don't see this as the person. I think you're destined, because the Wheel of Fortune recognises the word destiny and fate. Fated relationship, destined relationship. I think that some of you guys are fated actually to be with a King of Swords. You might be fated to be with another air sign. You might be fated to be with somebody else. Just somebody else entirely. Maybe somebody who's more honest, because King of Swords in the upright is a logical, honest, stand-up type of guy. You won't get no bullshit with him. He'll be honest to the day is long, you know. And you're going to have such happiness with this individual. I just wanted to pull another card, the Sun. I think you're destined to have another individual in which this person will make you happy. And it's going to be a really happy relationship. And you've got the Empress here. You might even have children with that individual, with the Empress showing up there. You've got Sun and Empress, which is children. So it might be you're destined to be with a King of Swords in which you're going to have children and happiness. You know, you're not destined to be with whoever this shitbag is. You're destined to be with, for some of you guys, someone else. 10 of Coins in the reverse is the potential for a healthy relationship. And why is 10 of Coins reverse the potential for a healthy relationship for Gemini and this individual? Right, there you go. Arguments, 5 of Rods. Oh, God. 5 of Rods and 7 of Swords. So there might be arguments over this person's deceptive behaviour, for example. Because the 7 of Swords represents the deception and the 5 of Wands is all about disputes. So there might be disputes over this person's infidelity as well. Because 7 of Swords can show somebody who's being they're being a cheat, basically. 7 of Swords is a cheating card. Okay, and you've got a High Priestess, they're shit. So yeah, there could be disputes over somebody's infidelity with a High Priestess, another woman, another man, a secret person. High Priestesses in reading can also show infidelity because they can show as other people. There's no way you guys are going to have, for some of you guys. If this doesn't resonate with you, don't get your knickers in a twist. Okay? If it doesn't resonate with you, Gemini, it doesn't resonate. If you're a perfectly good relationship, good for you. Carry on. More fucking power to you. That's what I say. Alright? Please, please, please. I'm getting tired of people moaning and saying, oh, this isn't resonating with me and you're a negative. It's like, there's nothing negative about my readings at all. All I do is I try to, thrive on honesty. You can get a load of reversals in a deck and every single one of the cards that you pull for a client will be an upright card. You know? An upright card. Sometimes when a load of reversals show it, say, well, this really isn't something that you can build on. There's just too much pessimistic energy around it. You know, the good thing is, I think that you are destined for someone else. And look at that. The weakness is the Page of Cups in the reverse. The inability to express oneself. The inability to open up emotionally. Truly open up emotionally. Truly, explain and speak and show how interested and how much joy somebody brings to you, which is what the Page of Cups does. But it's reversed, which shows emotional unavailability and coldness. And that's because you're destined to be with the King of Swords. You're destined to be with somebody else here, I feel, who's going to give you children, perhaps if you don't have children, or who's going to give you the greatest life possible, the happiest life possible, the happiest relationship you will share with this individual. But the trouble is, the potential for you to have a solid relationship, a healthy relationship with this particular person we're talking about is a no-go. Because you've got disputes, and it could be disputes over somebody's infidelity, or somebody here, the Seven of Swords, is messing around, trying to pull the wool over your eyes that there's another individual, a high priestess, a secret woman or a secret man that they've got on the go there, you know? So you're never going to get stability with this person because they're fucked up. And they certainly look fucked up to me. Alright? You know, another woman here that they've probably been fucking communicating with, Page of Rods. You know, communicating, do you want to get together? Temperance, you know? So, you go figure, guys. You know, it's up to you how you feel about this reading. Okay, I can't do more than what I do on the YouTube readings. That's it, really. So I think there's disputes, and I think that somebody is hiding. I think that somebody's been messing around. I think somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes that there's been another individual that they've been communicating that they want to get together with. Temperance means come for a drink as well. Let's get together. You know, it's pouring a drink between two people, that type of thing. You know, so you're never going to have a stable foundation with this person when they do that. And you don't trust them anyway because they offered you love. You see them as a bullshit because of what they offered you. They obviously didn't follow through with it with those two cards. They might be in the upright, but I think it's the fact that this person offered it to you, and I think it just ended badly. I think their offer of love ended badly. It ended in disappointment with that Five of Cups showing there. Why is the overall analysis of this relationship for Gemini Temperance? Why is the overall analysis for Gemini in this reading Temperance? Show me. Four of Coins. And the Hangman. Actually, they're two static energies, aren't they? Four of Coins suggests holding back, holding on, and the Hanged Man means to be in suspension. Alright, so the overall analysis is that, yeah, you could have balance. And you could. But the tarot speaks in weird tongues, and it says, well, you could have balance, Gemini. Why could you have balance? Well, if you decided you were going to hold on to this person and keep yourself in suspension forever concerning this individual, yeah, you could. But you'd have balance in a sort of fucked up way. You'd be the only one that would be balanced. It could also be that maybe if you two were to be together with this temperance energy in the overall analysis, you could make a compromise. But that compromise would be based on the Four of Coins energy, that nothing changes and everything is held in suspension. Both cards reference the word non-change. There'd be no changes. You could compromise in the overall analysis of the relationship, but that would involve no changes. No changes at all. No changes whatsoever. And I think Gemini wants changes. Eight of Wands is your obstacles to having a healthy relationship. Why is Eight of Wands the obstacles to having a healthy relationship for Gemini and this individual? Because the Three of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. See, this is about like a working partnership. Alright, so your obstacles are the Eight of Wands. There's just too much. I think things are just quite fleeting within this relationship. Eight of Wands suggests fleetingness. Here today, gone tomorrow. Because what this reading is saying, if you want to have a successful relationship with this person, Gemini, it has to be a partnership, Three of Cups, in which someone is willing to put the hard work and effort into building that partnership. It has to be a working partnership. And working partnerships, relationships, let's face it, relationships are like business transactions. They really are. When you take all the love away, when you got past all the sex stage and the love stage and the, you know, the happy bubble stage of a relationship, what does it take to keep that relationship going? Hard work and effort into a partnership. And that's why the obstacles are the Eight of Wands, because somebody can't sustain something here. Everything is very fleeting. There is no sustainable energy here. Eight of Wands is not sustainable energy, because it rushes, it goes through the air, and that's it. it might be that your challenge or your obstacle is that you only see each other now and again, or you communicate very fleetingly. But it's just like everything is it. And also, Age of Wands represents things up in the air. So it might be your obstacles are that things are always up in the air. Nothing is grounded in this relationship, because in order to have a solid partnership, you're going to need to put effort in, and I'm not seeing effort being put in here. Very interesting reading. We're going to get this one more time before we just pull the clarifier cards. Sorry, before we pull the advice card. So this person is showing, I don't know who it is they're not giving up on. This is where it's nuanced, because I almost feel like this person they don't give up. And I think that they don't give up with the four, or it could be that they have. No, let's reread this actually. That's interesting, what I've just thought here. I think as a person that they are able to give up now with that Ten of Swords in the reverse, and I think it's because they're always in pursuit of pleasure. So to me, this person looks like comme ça, comme ça. Easy come, easy go, que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. That's how this person looks to me here. And I think it's because they never give up. Death in the reverse. I think this person never ever gives up on the idea that there is the perfect lover out there for them. They never give up, because they always feel that they're on the precipice of finding love. Nine of Wands can mean I'm right on the edge, I'm right near to it, I'm right close to it. This is why he's so agitated. So I think this person's always on the precipice of finding love. They always feel that they've found the right person. And this is why they're not too fussed. As a person, Ten of Swords in reverse now, it's not they're holding on. They've actually given up. They're actually the type of person that will just walk away, because they're always in pursuit. Knight of Swords is an in pursuit card of new relationships. Relationships that make them probably feel young, or make them feel really good, or make them feel really amazing. Because I think that they, as a person, their strengths are that they have, they're quite an optimistic person, I feel, with the Death in the reverse. I feel that they're, what's the word that I'm looking for? That their attributes are that they're very positive and very optimistic with Death in the reverse, because they always feel that they're right close to finding the one that they're looking for. They're right on the edge of that. Their problem is, though, the Six of Swords. They seem to get blocked whenever it comes to moving the relationship up a gear. So I think that strength here, they always hold back on their desire to do this. They always seem to get a block. Suddenly, when it comes to really moving this relationship up a gear, they get a little bit of a block going there. And I think that this person, I don't know whether they're a narcissist or what. They seem like the type of person that would be like somebody who would get married, or continuously get married and divorce because they liked the feeling of getting married, and then when it really gets serious, they want to get divorced because they want some other piece of excitement. They look like, to be honest with you, they look like an excitement junkie to me in the reading. They see you as not moving forward. I think that because you've had enough, you've overcome this. You say, I'm over it. I'm over feeling rejected by you. They feel that they can't move forward with you, probably because you're over it. But also because this here, their boredom, they're kind of like, well, I'm done with that. I don't really want to stick in anything too solid here. They see you see them as a magician in the reverse, so somebody who's a liar and a fraud. I think that they presented you. I think that they offered you with this Ace of Coins love, but I think that this became too much of a chore and it was given up here, and I think this person gave up on it. I think they promised you stuff and they didn't follow through, and now you feel that you can't manifest anything with them, you can't build anything with them because of this thing here. The strengths of the relationship, karma reversed, so best thing is not to renew anything with this person if they should come knocking at your door, because I feel that all the hurt and pain you've had with that Ten of Swords has made you far more guarded as the Queen of Swords, Gemini. Okay, and I think that you ought to heed that energy, and I think it's made you stronger as well, because the weakness is that this person, I think, with the Page of Cups in the reverse, is an emotionally unavailable individual. And I think also the weakness in this relationship is a lack of ability to express oneself on your part emotionally. But I think it's all in the universe's plan, because I feel that you are destined to meet somebody better, a King of Swords, and I think that you're going to have children. If you've got no children, I think some of you guys are going to have children with this person, and I think you're going to just have a glorious relationship. But the potential for a healthy relationship, no way. Ten of Coins reverse, that's definitely a no, because you can't build anything on that. It's a weak foundation, this Ten of Coins in reverse, and that's because there would be disputes disputes with the Five of Rods over this person's cheating, perhaps with a High Priestess, somebody who they've been calling to, you know, to come for a drink, get to know with the Temperance energy. So you can't trust them. There's a lack of trust here. The overall analysis of your relationship, well, you could have compromise with this person if you both wanted to be stuck in the way that things were before. But I think that the overall blockage to you having a healthy relationship is that nothing is grounded in this relationship. Everything's very fleeting, everything's up in the air, and I think it's because somebody, I think it's the situation is that this relationship requires a lot of hard work and effort if you're going to work on maintaining this partnership together. Okay, so partnerships, Three of Cups, take hard work and effort, and I think that with the fleeting card of the Eight of Wands, I think it's more than likely the other person simply isn't willing to do that. Let's get some advice cards on this. Let's get 2 advice cards on this. So, Universe Spirit, what's the advice that you have in the Romance Angels? So it's flipped over trust. The situation you are, this situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, that's the first one. Let's have a quick look at the second one. What's the advice you've got through the angels? Within the next few months. Perfect timing. Wait. Yeah, there you go. Within the next few months, it says, in perfect timing, just wait. There's going to be something better around the corner for you. Alright? That's your reading, gems. Thanks for your time. Take care, babes. Bye-bye.